as I get ready to shuffle, there go Lalu. Wholeness. Tomorrow night, leading into Friday morning, is the supermoon, the Harvest SuperMoon in Aries. The peak time is at 2:49 a.m. on Friday morning. So since it's before sunrise, it's tomorrow night's moon. Today was actually perigee, where it was as close as it gets to the planet. Tomorrow night is full illumination. Tonight might be having a little bit of emotional feelings, but you can probably check them. Tomorrow night, if you are susceptible to heavy lunar influence, you might be fighting with your thoughts. So, breaking down the numerology, basically 928 basically says if you can control the distractions, you already got them where you need them. So, just a little quick perspective reading on what might possibly be distracting you. Again, one of the things you always hear me say is that you are not your signs. You are all of the signs at the same time until you learn to stop being the signs and start being the whole fucking message. So it's good to know your signs, your trees, your placements, your transits, your stelliums, and all that other shit, your nodes. But you better know you. You better become aware of you without all these illusions of separation. But we are here functioning in separation because the majority don't want to hold themselves together. So how might the distractions be affecting you via the signs tomorrow? So real quick, real simple, we'll start with Aries. The moon is in Aries. So before we do that, we'll just say, since the sign of Aries is what the moon is in, how is this moon affecting the collective? The Fool card. Ignorance. Really. Exactly what it says. Ignorance. That's Eshu on the cards. That is the Orisha Elegua. Eshu. How I address him. He's a trickster, but he's not really a full trickster. He is the messenger and the point to where you can make a choice on which road you're going to go. It's the keeper of the crossroads. So tomorrow night, the ignorance of that is if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to stay on the journey. Point blank. Tomorrow, you might not see nothing, and sometimes that is everything. When you don't see what you're supposed to be paying attention to, sometimes that is the whole reason why you are going to stay in a distraction. Especially with people who only focus on what they think they understand, and that's the only thing that they want to process. Where's the growth in that? So tomorrow, this full moon as a collective is going to show us another level of ignorance where we are still sitting at the crossroads, meaning we still hold manifest destiny. We hold the divine will to make a decision for ourselves. But if you won't make a decision for yourself, the basic thing is somebody will choose for you. It's what I've said for years is control your magic or somebody else will control it for you. And they probably already are. Everything in this realm is a damn ritual. So that's how the full moon is affecting everybody. It's just another point of ignorance. If you keep processing all your separation, you're going to stay distracted from your wholeness. So here we go with Aries itself. If you are Aries, for example, I was born an Aries. I no longer consider myself any one of the signs. I am all of the signs, and I'm beyond all that. The influence points of where I was born, the influence points of where they might lie in the sky and all this other stuff, it has the tendency to want to affect me as long as I'm not being effective for myself. Same thing with Mercury retrograde, Saturn retrograde, Pluto retrograde, whatever. If you're not doing the work of maintaining your awareness, all this bullshit out here will pull you apart. Let your life tell you tale. So Aries, if you ain't doing the work on yourself, you might be working under some distractions. So which distractions might be controlling you? The shit you starring in. The shit you starring in here in this realm of separation, the shit you keep starring in might be showing you the plentifulness. Only plentifulness is a duality. Plentifulness could be I have enough, but plentifulness could be holy shit, I got too much. If you have a plentiful amount of bills, that ain't a good thing. If you have a plentiful amount of money, that could be a good thing and a bad thing. So Aries, if you out here starring in too much shit, 1, potential, 7, who I am. The potential of who I am is what I'm going to keep on starring in. But The danger with that is if who you currently are is only based off of the traumas you've been through, that's not you. That's you with experience. So some people have been through so much that they just want to see a better version of themselves without taking accountability and responsibility. Those words ain't gonna leave. Accountability and responsibility for why and how they went through stuff. The problem with going through stuff in this realm is sometimes you're not going to be the initiator of an experience, but you can be the ending point. When somebody puts you in through something of no volition or against your free will, so to speak, how you operate after you get into that experience and you become aware of what's going on, that's on you. That's on you. Choices. So thank you. From Aries, we go to Taurus. What might be distracting you and controlling you? So again, for Aries, the shit you keep starring in, especially if you're only starring in stuff that's keeping you in separation. Taurus, what are you being controlled by? Potentially being controlled by, let's be fair. This is the Temperance card. But look at it. This is the source of the leak. I've been patient for what's already draining me. You get it? 1, potential. 4, trap. The potential trap that I keep on sitting in. Remember, Taurus is like the bull. They like to sit in some shit sometime. Not just in real time. I mean, astrologically, a lot of Taurus have a high tolerance. So much to the point to where they tolerate shit that they should have never been in the first place. So with this Taurus energy right here, your patience might be your undoing. You controlled by the fact that you allow shit to be in your space because you think it ain't affecting you. Oh, but it's affecting you because it's requiring your energy not to get sick. You understand that? That's like going into a radiation field without a suit because you just want to stay there and see how much tolerance you have. It's foolishness. So from there you go to Gemini. Gemini, what might be controlling you and distracting you? Fucking computer. 32, your thought processes, your reasoning, the thoughts that are showing you what you think you know. That's the only thing most Geminis pay attention to. You can give a Gemini a handbook on how to get out of here, but if it does not make sense to what they've already been taught and told or instructed themselves on what they need to see, they'll throw that motherfucker away. Sorry, resonance only. But the Gemini mind is already in separation, and if you don't show me what I've already learned in separation, I don't want to work on my wholeness. I just need to see what I thought I saw. Thought process. But holy shit, look what happened here. With Taurus, 1 + 4 is 5. You can't keep still. You're caught in manipulation. All you want to do is move. Remember, I told you Taurus has sat still for so long that they don't know how to move. Right here, Gemini is trying to process how to move. 3 + 2 is 5 again, but they're overthinking it. Analogy I've used over the years is if you wake up and your house is on fire, do you sit there and figure out where the fire came from, how many degrees the fire is, or do you just get the hell up and get out? Some people are going to sit there and make assessments on how to get out instead of getting up and getting out. And again, that's what this Gemini energy right here is saying. You're going to try and overthink the situation on how to get out instead of just getting out. And again, for those of y'all who are just coming in here, I tell you, we are all signs. There's an aspect of every one of these signs in each one of us. Everybody, yeah, everybody has that tendency to overthink. My reasoning process is, see, there's something wrong with that situation right there, but I don't know what it is, so I'm going to give it a little bit more time. Holy shit. I'm going to give it more of my energy just to see what I thought I already saw, but I ain't sure. Self-doubt. Gemini, don't let self-doubt be your undoing. Don't let your thoughts teach you a fucking lesson because you didn't move on time. Because again, you'll end up becoming Cancer. Cancer is more than just a sign for me. Cancer really is a sickness. And that's not to say that if you was born a Cancer that you're sick. It's just to say that in my experience, most Cancers have a cure for everybody else, but they won't heal themselves. They're too busy pointing out what they see in others, which really, from my point of experience and perspective, and what I tell you all the time is, everyone is a reflection of you. Everyone is a reflection of you, either in your healing or your sickness. So if a Cancer is good at pointing out the sickness in others, when they going to start pointing out the sickness in themselves? Cancer, you might be distracted by all this shit you see in everybody else, but you ain't did the work yet. Holy shit. It's a reversal right here. It's another 5. We got 3 5s in a row. Right here, you had 32. My thought processes as a Gemini won't let me keep still, so I keep moving. My reasoning processes here as a Cancer is what I'm passionate about. I know what everyone is thinking. Knowledge and thoughts. 2 is knowledge, 3 is thoughts. I know what the thoughts are because, see, I'm already tapped in and tuned in to what everybody is doing. But again, if you fixing everybody else but ain't done nothing to yourself or nothing for yourself, you only burning you. And in most cases, from a lot of Cancers I know of, you're burnt out because you keep extending your energy into others who need healing. But remember, I told you everybody's a reflection. You want to try and help others who won't help themselves because you won't help yourself. Law of attraction. Yeah, true. Only we have to savior ourselves. But I get it. Thank you. So what happened right here is 5, 5, 5. What's the distraction in this realm? Movement. 5. 5 is movement in the form of manipulation, manifestation, amplification, and even stillness. Yeah, I know. What's going on, right? So right here we got 5, 5, 5. I could address that, but I'm not going to do it because that would run off into another area. But right now we just seen that Cancer is too much. They got too much passion about working on others as a way to have a safer space to work on themselves. So that leads Cancer into Leo. Leo, what are you being distracted by? Now remember, Leo's supposed to be a representation of the sun. The sun is the power plant. For this expressed existence that we live under, the sun is supposed to be the source. So Leo, you should be the source and not being outsourced. See, that leads you into ego. And Leos have a bad rap in most cases. Leos have been given a bad rap about being egoic. Most of them are, but not all of them. There are points of evolution within this sign. Even if you're going to play with the separation and the illusion of separation, you can evolve past your sign. So here is Leo possibly being distracted and controlled. The shit you love. See, 5 took you to 6. 5, all these 14, 5, 32, 5, 23, 5, took you to 6. But 6 in my number system is your foundations. But it is the infinite possibilities and probabilities of where you can be found. That in itself is dangerous. Where am I going to be found? In the things that show me the highest vibration of love. Remember, Cancer is out here trying to be passionate about getting rid of everybody else's sickness. Why? Because if you get rid of everybody else around you that is sick, then it's less burden on you. It's less chance of becoming infected or triggered. So they're just trying to find it safe. So now this Leo is out here just trying to only give its power to the things that are going to be a reflection of its love. Here's where a lot of people get lost with me, because a lot of people in this realm like to tell you that love is the highest vibration. That's perspective. Love is the highest exuded amount of energy. Love is an exertion. Love is loads of vast energy. You have to put out a lot of love in order to receive it. You have to put out a lot of love in order to maintain it. That in itself is already a condition. So is love in this realm really love, or is it an attachment? Shh. Look at this card right here. That don't look like love. There's mistrust and there's self-harm on both sides of the equation. Look at how they're holding the blade. That don't look like love. That look like an attachment, mistrust, envy, bitterness, and trauma. And again, as I said, 6 in my system is the foundations of where I think I am. That in itself is a trauma. You already trying to find some place where you need to be safe, which means if I need to be found someplace safe, there already is a danger. So you being controlled and distracted, Leo, by the things you love, which leads you into Virgo. If you're only giving your energy to the things you love, you've already given credence to the things that you hate. You've already entered into a field of duality. You paying too much attention. And that's the whole problem. You're paying too much of your energy. So Virgo gets out here and only tries to, we'll call that reconcile. Really, you hear me call Virgo Bambi. They're the reincarnation point. They've been in the deer in the headlights and they keep getting hit, pow, but then they pop right back up. And instead of learning how to stop getting in front of the headlights, they'll go find a new situation to turn into Bambi again. No disrespect intended, but a lot of Virgos operate out of trauma. They've been through something, and then once they get out of it, they'll do the reclamation process, but they don't take accountability. They'll take reclamation for how they wasted their time, but there'll be more energy pinpointed on who wasted their time instead of what I allowed within myself. So then that little point of not taking accountability and responsibility still harbors the virus. You go into a new experience that ain't nothing but the same experience, only with you with a little bit more ignorance, Virgo. So then you go back and do it again. So right here, Virgo is only operating out of this field of love that Leo created. So you're going to be controlled and distracted by the things you love, even when they've already introduced you to trauma. Oops, I can't make this shit up. Back to that 5 again. 5, which was Taurus. 5, Gemini. 5, Cancer. 6, Leo. We done went backwards. Remember I just told you Virgo goes back into a reincarnation point. Got hit, ran the fuck over, woke up and gonna do it again. Why? Because I see my abuser. No, you don't. You saw who you hired, H-I-R-E. You saw who you hired into an experience because you forgot to H-I-G-H-E-R, hire yourself. So then your experiences didn't abuse you. You ain't being controlled and distracted by your experiences. You're being controlled and distracted by the fact that you won't take responsibility as the source of abuse. 4 and 3, 2 and 2, 3. So in this sense right here, where Virgo, you only God, I can't remember the name of that movie with J-Lo. It was one of them older movies. I think it was like late 90s, early 2000s. But J-Lo was abused and her ex-husband was real abusive and she got away from him and she wouldn't learn how to box and all that other shit. Thought she got away from him and then he found her. Something on that level to where you allowed this motherfucker to abuse you. So now you got to go get into this fight mode to get out of there. And then you go away from it. But then you attract the same shit. Enough. Yeah. When is enough going to be enough? See, stop attracting abusers. Put yourself in a different set of vibration. Surround yourself with enough energies to hold yourself accountable. And then you'll quit manifesting. We'll use that word. That's not what it is. But we'll keep using, you keep manipulating the energetic fields to keep bringing in more abusers. Because holy shit, everybody is a reflection of you. Don't go too deep on that. It doesn't mean that somebody coming to kick your ass just because you're a bad person. It means that when you are not energetically aware enough to know that that motherfucker is going to kick your ass and you give allowance for somebody to put you in that situation, you get an experience. So you have to become experienced enough to stop having experiences. My God, I will say that out loud. Some people like being in perpetual victimization because it gets them attention. Even to the point to where they don't want attention, but hypochondriac level, spiritual hypochondria, they can't stop. They can't stop because they become defined by the traumatic experience that required them to have attention. It's like, I'm not gonna do that, but it's like I'll do it. Fucking, I am who I am. It's like masturbation and potato chips. You can't stop at just one. Oops. Sorry, I am who I am. So I try and pull my punches every now and then, but it wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be me if I didn't do that. So sacred clown. So sometimes you're gonna keep moving, facing the abuser until you face yourself as the source of abuse. You understand that? Bully theory. You go to school, the same bully taking your lunch money every day. At some point, you're going to have to stand up. Even if you get your ass kicked, you're going to have to stand up because that's going to change the dynamics of the relationship. But if I keep hiding from the responsibility to protect myself, I keep leaving myself in the field of danger. Oops, Virgo. Keep leaving yourself in the field of danger. Hierophant. That motherfucker already know all the answers. But I don't want the answers. I just want the abuse to stop. That's the distraction for Virgo is I'm paying more attention to what's abusing me than the fact that I already know everything I need to see. God, that's a lot. That's a lot of people. Remember, I'm telling you, everybody has a bit of all signs in them. You may be born as whatever, but the components of this zodiac in separation still lies in the wholeness of your soul. So the Virgo component for me would be, holy shit, I stayed in the mirror for too long where I wasn't being valued, but I was waiting on the parameters to change to where maybe she would start to see me or maybe she'd have enough. But wait a minute, when you gonna do something for yourself? See what I'm saying? I stayed at that job 23 years and ain't never appreciated me, but I was waiting for a new manager to come in or for me to hit the lottery. Huh? You see what I'm saying? Everybody buys in to some level of abuse in this realm because as I've been telling you almost every day for the whole time I've been over here and the whole time I've been on social media, this realm runs off of fear. Fear is the abuser. Fear will make you abuse yourself. So Virgo, the reincarnation point, already reincarnated with the innate programming. What's the innate programming? The distraction called fear. Fear is abusing you to make you not own your own energy, and now you become submitted and subject to the experience. And then Virgo leads into Libra, just trying to find a balance where you are already left unbalanced. For years, I've had this little thing going on where I tell everybody, and again, no disrespect for anybody that's a Libra could be upside down and still tell themselves they're balanced. If I'm upside down, I'm not balanced. Motherfucker, I'm in danger. Sorry. So trying to find a way to find balance with situations that already have you in danger ain't smart at all. So that might be a distraction. The fact that you think that you can fix shit that wasn't even there to be fixed in the first place, instead of being smart enough to get the fuck out the fire, like I said earlier. Some people wake up and try and find the safest way to get out of the house by processing all of the exit points instead of getting the fuck up and exit. Libra, get the fuck up and exit. Stop trying to find balance and shit that already left you broken. Oops, you'll fuck around and find out though. That 3 and that 6. That thought. 3 is going to show you 6. The traumas you keep finding. That thought of thinking that you can find balance in shit that already left you broken is going to leave you broken. Oops. So, again, my personal experience, these are my cards. My personal experience with this guy, the king of shamans, was his message to me was, you better find out who you are or everything else in this realm will tell you what it needs you to be. What was Virgo's issue? It's under abuse. What was Libra trying to fix? The abuse. The abuse was the limitation. So you're already under limitations trying to find balance. Your balance is going to be limited. I'm sorry. I like open accounts. Get it? Thinking about money. I like an open account to where I can just put as much as I want in there. Not one that's going to tell me, oh, you can only put $5 in and take $2 out. Holy shit. The American banking system. Give me $20, but I'm going to charge you $6 to get your own money. You better figure out who you are, or everything around here keep telling you what it needs you to be. Libra. Y'all keep talking about the age of Aquarius. I think this is the age of fucking Libra. Why is it the age of Libra? Because everything out here is dying. Libra takes you into Scorpio. Everything out here is meeting death. And for years, I've said, Scorpio, I don't give a fuck what y'all classify it is earth, water, all this other shit. Scorpio is a fire sign. Scorpio is a fire sign because Scorpio is a representation of what is burning you and what you can burn. That is active fucking energy. So, and also Scorpio is tied into the moon too. Full moon energy. So I'm trying to kill the stuff that is emotionally moving me. Yeah, it stings too. So emotions, energy that is making me move. As I told you right here, we got 1, 2, 3. We got 4 5s already on the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 signs in, and 4 of them already can't keep their ass still. Really 5 of them because this motherfucker here, Aries, he loves separation. Aries already love separation, so he ain't got a chance at holding himself together because he only responding to the fires of his mind. So when you get right here to Scorpio, who has now met the abuser, and now the abuser becomes the limitation, what does he want to kill? What it thinks is the limitation. But who was the abuser? The motherfucker that allowed it. So I'm not telling Scorpio to go kill itself. Don't think like that. I'm saying kill that ideology to think that you got to get out here. We'll finish Scorpio in a minute. As an Aries, we like separation because in a metaphysical sense, where people say Aries is the first sign, cardinal fire, Aries is already incarnated in ignorance. A lot of Aries won't admit that. Aries is already incarnated with a fucking trauma that means you are already on fire. Let me move. You're not granted enough peace within yourself, so that's why we like war. We're already damaged. We're already, and that might be a bad word to use, but I'm going to use it. We are born. Me too. Me too, because we already see things as a point of danger. We come in looking for safety. And that don't mean hold me and love me safety. That mean, nah. How many of you motherfuckers I got to kill to be free? Right? As an Aries, hi, 52, about to be 53 real soon. If I can get rid of 95% of these people. But see, it ain't them. Remember, I keep telling you, everybody is a reflection of you in your healing or your sickness. So, speaking as a dragon, my tendency to want to burn all of the humans on this planet is only a representation of where I'm already burning within myself. It would come better if I sit down and figure out, why do these people irritate me? And then you can see the ignorance in people where they don't want to face themselves. It should make you, as an Aries, it should make you face yourself even more diligently. When you look at people who clearly don't want to do the work, don't burn them. Stop burning yourself. Right, Aries? So, how do you see it in you? You see yourself. You have to see yourself first. When you look at somebody, the best word you need to learn is reciprocity. Well, see, here's my thing is, if you start operating from my mindset, and I'm not telling you you have to, but on my mindset, that's the problem. We like to play division in this realm and try and figure out why we can't keep still. If you're sitting here dissecting yourself, my rising, my trine, my transit, my third house, my fourth house, my Lilith, my North Node, my Chiron, you don't have a chance at wholeness because there's too many pieces that are already pulling you apart. If I start looking at myself as, okay, I was born as that, but now I'm here. Let me take accountability for how I'm moving. And while that sign might have some credence on it, it does not have control. And that's what this reading is about. It does not control me. It can just tell me how I have the tendency to move. But the first thing I need to do is, holy shit, how do you know that? How do they know how I'm going to move unless this shit's already pre-scripted? Think about it. If I'm playing Mortal Kombat, I already know how to make the players move, because everything's already pre-written. I'm a human having this human experience. If everything's already pre-written, what the fuck am I doing? That means I already have limited change. Remember what the shaman told you? Libra, quit trying to find balance in the field of limitations. Zodiac, numerology, everything on this planet, field of limitations. You can glorify it, you can glamorize it, you can ride onto that vehicle and let it take you as far as you want to, but it already got a damn pre-scripted destination. I don't know about you, but I like to control my own destiny. I like to make my own choices and then own up to the energy of what happened or what did not happen. How? Just like that. Or you can keep opening up your horoscope and it's going to tell you what you're supposed to do tomorrow. And now, Simpsons, you're going to predictively program it and thought subscribe yourself into creating it. Even when you see it. See what I'm saying? I'm not telling you it's not there. But I'm telling you that if you keep getting the same storyline that's telling you what you're supposed to be doing and you find yourself doing it, if it's what you want to do, carry on. But if it ain't doing nothing but showing you more struggle and strife, you might want to stop. You might want to stop and start taking manifest over your own destiny. Or fuck around and find out what the limitations going to show you. 3 plus 6, 9. Think about it like this. People who don't know what Mercury retrograde is aren't really affected by it. Because even when they are affected by it, they don't correlate it to it. But once you come into this woke community and you know what Mercury retrograde is, everything is Mercury retrograde. I can't communicate for the next 3 weeks. You buy into the limitations. Oh, girl, I can't talk to him. He a Virgo with the 3rd house and Sauron and bullshit like that. Limitations. You ain't take accountability for why you don't recognize that he a piece of shit and you traumatized. You just gonna say he a piece of shit because of his 3rd house and I can't do it because of my sign. What the fuck they do that at? Earth. Y'all wonder why the fucking aliens waiting to goddamn reveal themselves. They're waiting on us to wake the fuck up and stop abusing ourselves. But we love it because we done found passion in thinking that the shit that we patient for is gonna show us more. But oops, what did it show us? Ignorance. Oops. So, who was this? Aries. Y'all messed me up now. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. We want Scorpio. Back on the Scorpio. Scorpio, instead of trying to kill everything out here that you think is harming you, you should stop. You should unplug. We'll use that. Kill is a dangerous word on TikTok. They'll probably ban me tomorrow. So instead of unaliving everybody else, you should pull the plug out. Because remember, you the source. Scorpio, you the one with the stinger. You can knock anything out. If you get in close enough and game over. But why should I have to fight? Why? Because these things out here, Scorpio, want your power. They want your energy. All you have to do is pull out before you get shit pregnant. Oops. Scorpio, pull out before you become. Oops. Overcome. I can't make this shit up. Overcome. See, Scorpio, you out here trying to kill. Exactly. That is what she just said. You out here, Scorpio, trying to figure out how to get rid of everything else that you think that is messing with you. But remember, I told you everything is a reflection of you. So when you kill 5, 10 more gonna come. Because you ain't do no work on yourself. You too busy out here. Oh, God, I can't think of the name of that movie. Man, I'm not going to use the movie reference, but it's like you out here and you getting rid of everybody that you think is doing you wrong, but you ain't never done anything different because you're too busy following the signs. That it's always going to be somebody else's fault. So it's going to be always somebody else able to keep on coming over for you to have to overcome. It's self-sabotage. Look at the numbers. 3 is going to show you 0. 3, your thoughts. It's going to show you 0. What was 0? The Fool. This moon is showing everybody their ignorance. It's showing you your ignorance. Ignorance can be looked at as the shit you need to ignore. I need to ignore what everybody else is doing and take that time to focus on me. Full moon, the illumination. Everything is coming to the light. The sun has already had its power taken from it by the moon and transmuted back onto you. It's a gift. It's not a curse. The moon is saying, here go all your power back. But, oh, you motherfuckers don't want it. Okay. Puppet strings. Running from. So, Scorpio, you out here. This is the old school hermit. This is the king of earth. Instead of sitting at the mountaintop and reflecting on everything you've been through and keeping still, you keep looking back to make sure it don't come and get you. Climb to the top of the mountain, get on the edge, and keep looking over to see if something coming to get you. Eventually, you're going to lose your balance. Holy shit. Eventually, you're going to lose your balance, Libra. Scorpio, keep on coming over and looking back, you're going to become Libra again. Right back in the field of limitations. See, you already made it through. The thoughts done showed me everything I need to see. What you need to see? Nothing. What do you mean nothing? I was everything. You egoic. That's selfish. You goddamn right. tell me why you deserve my energy. Because you're supposed to. Who told you that shit? Now you're right back in the field of limitations. Because somebody told you what you're supposed to do and you wind up toys keep doing it. So then you become, exactly, your vertigo will kick in. So at this point, Scorpio, you become Ophiuchus, the hidden one. The 13th sign. Not the 13th. Because that motherfucker can't even get out either. The hidden one, Ophiuchus, battling with the serpent. What's the serpent? Knowledge. Battling with knowledge. Holy shit. The old school hermit. You already knew everything because you'd already been through it. But you can't stop coming over. You keep going into the infinite loop of experience because you ain't had enough. Why? Because you ain't found what you're looking for. What you looking for? Yourself. But you can't find yourself because the only thing you keep finding is the limitations of the experiences that you keep going through because you're the abuser that love to give your fire to what you think when you patiently separate yourself into further ignorance. It's every card on the damn table. Exactly. Who told you was a wretch? And why? Control. What's this reading about? Controlling and distraction you. Controlling the distraction called you. So Ophiuchus, you supposed to be out here battling with shit that you think you know. Only I'm here to tell you, don't battle with it. Sit down and become aware. What I think I know, say this with me. The first rule of knowing is knowing I know nothing at all. I don't know shit. I'm aware of a lot of things. And I'm not even aware of everything, but I'm aware of a lot of shit. But do I know a lot of things? Hell no, and don't want to. In a realm filled with limitations and illusions, why the fuck would I want to know this shit? No, you fine, babe. In more ways than one. Oh, stop. So, rough. So, Ophiuchus, the hidden one. It's all about a connection. It's all about a connection. Remember, you're battling with knowledge, but knowledge is what? The thoughts that you've allowed to become an experience, even when you don't experience them. So you battling with the possibilities of what can take your energy, and now you become connected to it. Yeah, swimming in your own waters, but even though those are your waters, them sharks are still a danger. You own these waters, but them sharks will eat you just like anybody else. Why? Because you don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. So you keep swimming in your own waters, but because you looking for something greater, you gonna find it. Wholeness. You gonna find it. You keep on connecting to the same stuff that's got you in struggle. I can walk it backwards and forward all day long. It's gonna tell a story. So Ophiuchus, you keep connecting to the shit you keep coming over to, which means what? You become Sagittarius. You carrying the torch. You're the hunter. You let thieves in your domain, which means you're the biggest crook. You're the biggest crook because you're not only stealing from yourself, but you're not protecting yourself and you're leaving everybody else in danger. But then you'll probably beg the crooks to set you free and give you back your money. Oh, where they do that at? Sorry. America. Planet Earth. Why? Because you become connected to the struggle that you can't overcome because you keep coming over to it. You ever, come on, as parents, you tell your kids to stop coming back over and doing the same stuff or it's going to eventually hurt them. They can't learn that lesson until they do it for themselves. I'm going to keep on sticking my hand in the candy dish. Pop. Stop doing it. Pop. Yeah, no more 77s. So until you become accountable and responsible enough to stop coming back over to the limitations that have already abused you, but now you got Stockholm Syndrome and Munchausen by proxy because you love the abuse. Why? Because it shows you passion. Fucking masochistic, sadistic ass motherfuckers. Really, we are a bunch of sadists and masochists out here. Ooh, beat me, daddy, choke me. You get it? Your idea of love will let you harm yourself. You will eat hate trying to produce love. And I'm pointing at all of us. You will let things show you just how much it hates you, just because you don't love yourself enough to stop giving it your energy. But your thought processes that told you, wait on it, spin the block, Lord. Patient, but you still leaking. But healing gonna come. Joy cometh in the morning, right? Plentifulness come tomorrow. 77. 7 minus 7 is what, Benny? 7 minus 7 is what, Benny? No more ignorance. 77, for those of y'all that don't know what me and Benny talking about, in my number system, that's the master spiritualist. The most delusional motherfucker there is. Hi, this is 2023. It's 1-7 with a bunch of sevens capped inside of it. The most delusional motherfuckers there is. Break the wheel, don't spend a fortune. Don't break the wheel, just stop getting on the bicycle. See, the bicycle ain't done nothing to you. You don't have to break it. Just don't get on it. There is no spiritual journey. 7. The chariot. Stop loading the cart and damn sure don't be the horse. Or else you're going to end up Sagittarius. You're going to end up Sagittarius. You're going to be out here carrying a torch, trying to find yourself in all these experiences that you think done burnt you, trying to prove to them that they can't burn you. Well, holy shit. Baby Aries, you already on fire. Holy shit. Look at there. The devil card in reverse. What's that? Fire. You harming yourself. You carrying a torch out here trying to find who did this to you. But holy shit, Batman. It's you. Sagittarius, you hunting for the culprit. Old man Dithers. It's you, Scooby-Doo. Pull the mask off. It's you. Who traumatizing you? You. Even if somebody is there actually doing it, at some point you got to take accountability for why you allow. That scares a lot of people. When I tell you to run this realm, fear. You don't want to do nothing different because you're connected to the same shit that keeps showing you the same. Reincarnation loops. Akashic records and shit like that. Oops. You keep on going on journeys, life lessons, life cycles, and all that bullshit, trying to find out how to get free when you only harming yourself because you keep creating more shit to connect to that's taking you further apart. So that's your distraction, Sagittarius, is you like to harm yourself. And for years, I told people Sagittarius are some of the most powerful creative forces in this realm because the delusions in their mind can become a reality in this illusion. Take your time slowly with that one. In this manifested realm that we exist from, a Sagittarius can create reality. There are no realities. They can create a reality here based off a delusion that's in there. Whatever the fuck they believe in, invest in, you can't take it from them. And they'll see it. Even if it ain't there, they'll see it. And that's not calling them crazy. That's just that, holy shit. From their perspective, they can find what they're looking for because they've already fixated on what they need to see. This planet exists in the Sagittarian energy. You can already know what you're waiting on ain't gonna come, but because you don't want to give up on what you've been waiting on, you're gonna keep nutting on yourself. Why? Because you're trying to outthink the truth, enforce the truth, even though there's no real truth in this realm, into a better perspective. Remember, the manifestations are an extension of source. You keep up with me. The manifestations are an extension of yourself as source in alignment. So then that means the manifestations are really already your children. You shouldn't have to adopt them. They should already be subservient to you. And I don't mean obey. I should mean they should already be in alignment with you. So in the sense to where a Sagittarius have to get out here and find something to adopt as a manifestation means it's already a false manifestation. It's not authentic to them. It's what the experiences of their mind has already fixated towards. And now they become creators. Christic energy. They become the Christ consciousness. Remember, the Christ in ancient texts is basically the summation of man and woman. That's the child. That is the product of order and chaos. Not necessarily feminine and masculine, shit like that. Those are corrupted human level terms, but be that as it may. Getting back to this reading, getting into the Capricorn energy. See, you done got out here and harmed yourself as Sagittarius because you're distracted by the fact that you don't know that you're your own devil. In this sense, you have bound yourself to the experience that you are both the kidnapper and the kidnapped. So then you're trying to figure out how to get free. So you go into your Capricorn energy. I'm trying to figure out how to get free by outthinking what's got me trapped. But what's got you trapped? Remember I just said Sagittarius is both the hunter and the fucking prey, basically. So if I'm the hunter and the prey, who gonna harm me? Me. But if Capricorn cannot see through that trick, then it's still out here trying to outthink everybody else that has the potential to fit that billing. So Capricorns have trust issues. So you out here distracted. Yeah, exactly, wait. So Capricorn is out here distracted by the fact that they need to control everybody else because they're not safe within their own selves. At this point, if I played with my signs, Capricorn moon. So emotionally moved by my need to control others as a way to control myself. Dirty word, control. Not all of them have two horns. And here's a fun fact. The motherfucker used to be a sea goat. Originally was a water sign. How can a sea goat exist on land? It'd just be a billy. Oops. See how we corrupt shit? We corrupt shit and make it fit what make us feel good. So that Capricorn energy said, I'm out here distracted by the fact that I need to control everybody else, which means controlling everybody else doesn't make you a billy goat. It makes you a bully goat. Bad decisions. Out here trying to control other people because you don't have enough awareness to sit your punk ass down and be still and stop being distracted. Oops. Hi. Manipulator. 1, the magician. 1, the illusionist. 1, the alchemist. 1, the motherfucker that's supposed to be aware, but they too busy caught up on what they think they know. What they think they know has already manipulated them. Remember I told you that Capricorn is already in danger because he or she does not recognize within themselves the only thing that is harming them is their choices. I kidnapped me, and I won't set me free. So who's the manipulator? Me. Who am I control? Everybody else. Irresponsibility. It's an endangered mindset. So you get right here, Capricorn, and all you see is the manipulation. So the only thing you respond to is people who push off manipulative energy. But holy shit, everybody is a reflection of you and your healing, and in this case, your sickness. The sickness is, I got to control everybody else. Why you got to control everybody else? So they don't hurt me. Well, goddamn, baby, who hurt you first? Who hurt you? Peter Griffin. Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Figure that shit out first. See, that's the conversation the motherfucking Capricorn need to have with themselves. Goddamn, who hurt me? And every time I point my finger at who I think did it, them 3 motherfuckers right there should show me, what the fuck was you thinking? Yeah, they did it, but goddamn, why I let them do it? And when you got more energy for why I let them do it versus what they did to me, they start to disappear. Then there is no more reflections. There's only the fucking responsibility and accountability to myself. So then I move over into Aquarius energy, where I try to separate from everybody else. Now I'm trying to separate me from me. You get that? I'm trying to separate me from my traumas, not my ego. I'm trying to separate me from my traumas, the experiences I have already generated and operated that have left me with a mindset steeped in danger and fear. Albeit my ego is going to generally want to go in the sense of where y'all like to play the division of higher self and ego. Your ego self is going to want to go play these games and get vindication and validation and expectations and all that other bullshit. It's going to want to do it because it's still responding to irresponsibility. So the Aquarius function should be like, no, it ain't that I need to get away from them. I need to get away from making these same fucked up ass choices. Because here's what happened. Let's walk backwards before I pull this Aquarius. If I don't get away from my irresponsibility, holy shit, I was a manipulator. I did the harm because I kept connecting to what I keep on coming over to. But what I keep coming over to was only limitations of the abuse, me, that I loved because I gave it my fire, because I thought, reasoning, that if I become patient enough with it, it would show me everything I need to see. But everything I really need to see was the ignorance of myself. Take your time with that one. When you get ready to make a decision, you be like, no, if I do that, that's going to mess me up. A pre-checklist, before you just go do something, you figure out what it's going to cost you. Holy shit, I just did that reading yesterday, the Metatron wheel. When you figure out what it's going to cost you before you invest, you get to save some time. But if you just invest and figure out what it costs later, because they told me I got to do it, because on October 25th, 2025, I already know my stellium going to activate somebody else's 13th gate and they human design. And the next thing you know, my life path 32 is going to kick in. So you already told me, you already know what I'm going to do on that date. How about we just skip to that fucking page right there? When do I win? W-H-E-N and W-I-N. When, W-I-N, do I, W-H-E-N. Or W-H-E-N, when do I, W-I-N. Contrarianism. When I win, that's when I say win. But if I keep wanting to know when I'm going to win, boss, I stay on the fucking journey. Now we on Benny's bicycle. Now we trying to destroy the wheel. Why? Because we need separation. Aquarius, you distracted by the fact that you think you need to separate yourself from people who don't think like you, but they think like you because you don't think like yourself. Oops, it's them fucking thoughts. Oshun's mirror, you ain't seen you yet. You ain't seen your proper reflection. You've been deceived by everything that you've been going through. You are not your traumas. Say that with me. Anybody out here who with all these fucking high-end depression, suppression, sad thoughts and all the other shit right now, take your time and say that shit. I am not my traumas. This realm sucks ass right now because we allow it. But I am not my traumas. I am going to take accountability and responsibility for my parts of myself, and I'm only going to align my energy for things that show the proper reflection for what I want to see and stop creating karmic motherfucking entanglement. I will learn reciprocity and stop feeding my energy into systems of fucking abuse. But y'all can't do that. Y'all can't do that. Because you've been deceived into thinking what you know is what's proper, but real properly, you're trying to find out something else to know. Wholeness. So, Aquarius, you out here trying to separate yourself from your bad choices, but you get over here to your Pisces energy and you still in separation. Why? Because this is, if we're going to subscribe to time, and me, I work with time in different levels. Wholeness. Hey, Brandis. So I work with time on different levels. I understand from my perspective, we're all crazy. My perspective is we're in the convergence of 5 to 6 timelines. None of them are fluid at this point. You can see something from one timeline today and then catch a variance and then you're on somebody else's timeline, but they're all one right now. Why? Because we ain't done shit. It's a fucking clogged drain. So, work with me on this one, Benny. And this is not me picking on you because I love you, really. Stop looking at the mirror behind the mirror. Go within. No. Stop looking at the mirror and stay still. I'm already within myself. If I look at the mirror and that reflection in that mirror is something that warps my thought processes, if I bring it in, exactly, ain't no mirror. If I bring it inside me, holy shit. If I bring in somebody else's reflection within myself, because what I seen in the mirror was not sufficient for me, That's doubt. Now I'm going to go within to do a system check to make sure what wasn't there isn't there. Guess what's going to happen? In looking to make sure that it's not there, you create it. It's a thought. It's a thought. Well, I just had to make sure that I wasn't fucked up. Now you done fucked up. You know you fucked up, right? Why? Because you didn't see Oshun's mirror. What was Oshun's mirror? Love. Love for what? Myself. I am a load of vast energy. I really am. But I'm also too busy being motherfucking delicious to just give it to anybody. People will learn. People would do well to learn that. You have to earn my fucking energy. And it's not about ego, arrogance, or nothing like that. It's like if I keep giving my energy, and this is me speaking as everybody, if I keep giving my energy into things that have not proven to show me a reciprocal form of exchange, I'm creating stagnated experiences. I'm dumping my energy into something that is going to potentially be harmed, even if I'm only dumping energy into different forms of myself. So that's where you get into this Pisces energy. You sitting here and you trying to figure out if I done already made it past what I done been through, or if I still got a journey ahead. There's really 4 perspectives here. That's one of them. The second primary perspective is, have I made it out of my traumas, and are my traumas gone? Some of y'all ain't gonna like me when I say this, but you'll be the fuck all right. This is where y'all fuck yourself over and say, I'm 38 now, but I gotta go back and heal the little 8-year-old me. Where the fuck that motherfucker 8-year-old at? That 8-year-old should have been a 32-year-old. Whatever age I said. You get it? You keep separating yourself and think that you gotta go back and heal little Molly. Molly, it's okay that they didn't give you the little Barbie doll that you wanted. So Pisces get, love you too. Pisces gets 2 cards. Why? Because either you're going to be present or you're going to get stuck in the past. You're going to be present or you're going to get stuck in the past. Present, stuck in the past. And if you're trying to use one to verify the other, holy shit, Samsara's wheel. Holy shit, bicycle. Holy shit, reincarnation. Holy shit, infinity. Holy shit, ate the fuck up. Holy shit. The great sleep. For me, as source, light comes from me, shadows come from the misuse of my light. I take that back. Light comes from me, shadows come from the use of my light. Because even your good events can produce a shadow. You understand that? If you keep paying attention to the shadows and finding more value in what has already transpired than in the ability to already be aware that it has already happened and it is already in you, you're the only one sponsoring your own separation. But it's what you got taught. How's that shit working out for you? Pisces, how's that shit working out for you? You keep processing your traumas. Oops. Oops. Keep processing your traumas. Stuck at the crossroads. Because the only thing that owns you is your traumas. And unfortunately, when your traumas own you and you're at the crossroads, there's many different directions you can end up going. Boo. All they got to do is make you move. There's nothing to undo. Just stop doing. You don't undo the past. You accept it for what it is and you figure out why it still has so much value. I had a hamburger yesterday. And if I want to value the experience of that hamburger because I made that motherfucker myself and it was delicious and I want to hold on to that memory, that's my choice. But if I want to sit here and be like, that hamburger was nasty and I think that meat might have had human parts in it, now I'm traumatizing myself because I'm giving value to experience that has already transpired and I can't change it. But that motherfucker is changing me. It's changing me. Why? Because it's still taking my energy. It has an account. It has my currency. And if my currency is seeing the past, then I'm currently not seeing me. Keep looking at the past, you keep fooling yourself. If I learn to see me now, accountable and responsible for my choices of the past, and not using them as a platform to build a better future, that's a Phoenix effect. If I take my traumas of the past, good or bad, and I build from them, I only reincarnate with those same energies already innately within me, and now I got deja vus. Now I got life cycles and soul roles, and I'm an Atlantean, I'm a Pleiadian, I'm an Anunnaki, or I'm the third starseed from the indigo planet of Rigelian 4. Because you're still processing the ignorance of separation, and you can create many roles within the ignorance of separation to convince yourself that you ain't being ignorant. Cosmic schizophrenia. Be present, and you won't have to have multiple life cycles and multiple personalities. You can start to process wholeness. You can start to lose identity with all this shit. Boom. So be present, Pisces. Less is more. This is the Creatrix card. Scarcity. 3, 7. Them thoughts will show you who you are. 3, them thoughts will show me which journey to go on to. What I just tell you, if you stay in the past, you're going to have many roads that you can go on to. If I stay in the present, them thoughts can't show me. They can't show me too much. Why? Because I have less thoughts that can mislead me. The thoughts will show you the journeys to you. But where did you come from? You're the one that gave birth to this whole experience. But if you think you out here outsourced, then the thoughts can put you to work. The intention, attention, and account of the currency currently miseducated of the here and now. But even here and now ain't even here and now. Time. This is my energy. A manifestation of marked energy tied into an experience based off the perception of thoughts that you substantiate through subscription, identity, value, and this dirty motherfucking word here. Belief. Belief will get you fucked up. Belief will have your ass sitting on the corner singing and we shall overcome, when the only thing you're doing is succumbing. And in succumbing and overcoming, the only common word was come. You're creating. You'll create your own struggle when you haven't learned to stop struggling with yourself. If I know who I am, belief ain't required. If I don't know who I am, then I have to have a belief. Even if the origin is only a manifested one. Even if the origin is only a manifested one of delusional thought. We'll do that. So, less is more. Where does it all come from? A thought. Where does it all come from? A thought that you keep coming over to. What's the thought? Ignorance. Pick a journey. The thought is a card chart. The thought is a card chart. The thought says pick the 7th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The thought says share your energy with me. The thought says share your energy with me and I'll show you how to heal. Heal from what? Shh, says the thought. Everything I'm going to put you through. What do you mean you're going to put me through? No, player. I got you. Come out here and I'll teach you how to heal from everything I'm going to put you through because you didn't see you first. If you had sat your punk ass down and been still and not moved behind them thoughts, then them thoughts wouldn't have took over your mind, them thoughts wouldn't have took over your body, and them thoughts wouldn't have took over your soul. 333-9. I keep waking up at 333. Yeah, because them thoughts are trying to tell you, we got something else for you to do. Go heal. There is no healing. The only thing you're healing is your motherfucking illusions of the traumas that you went through, but because you cannot distance yourself or disassociate yourself from the experiences that you've attached to in this realm of illusion, you become the abuser and the misuser of your own energy, trying to find love. Love yourself first. Exactly. Knowledge doesn't need, knowledge requires belief. Awareness doesn't require anything. I'm aware it's dark outside, but I'm inside, right? I don't know how dark it is outside. I just know that it's damn near 11 o'clock or something, so it's dark outside. I just know that. No, I take it back. See, words or spells. I'm aware that it's dark outside. I just don't know how dark it is. I can get up and move. Holy shit, 5. I can get up and move, open the door, and now have the experience of how dark it is. But is it a requirement? No. Is it a choice? Yes. As a collective, we need to start choosing what we want to experience and stop just experience what's been shown to us. That's an enslaved society. When you just go through what's ahead of you without having any fucking say so. That creates more traumas for you to have to fucking undo. But I digress. So, full moon tomorrow night, because it leads into the morning time. At the end of the day, going by this reading, the distractions for Pisces was, you're going to keep succumbing to the fact that you don't understand that less really is more, because more only produces more ignorance. And then over here, the ignorance led us into deceit. The deceit should have shown you, hi, you manipulating yourself. But if you're too busy paying attention to what is being done to you instead of what you've allowed, government, bad relationships, a job, family, everything. If you pointing the finger at what everybody else is doing more than you taking accountability for it, you the manipulator. But you paying attention to what's harming you because that's what's hurting you. So you become connected to what's hurting you. Traumas, the traumatic experience itself become more important. So because you won't fix you, you keep on coming over to more traumatic experiences because like attracts like, law of manifestation, law of karma, law of dharma, law of cause and effect, law of reflection. You keep creating more laws to be governed by because you motherfuckers love your limitations. Since you love your limitations, you now become the abuser of love itself. Why? Because you gave love a condition. Why? Because you become passionate about what love is, when love was only a reasoning process from the trauma that you keep patiently waiting for to show you plentifulness. But yet again, for like the 6th time, the only thing it's showing you was ignorance. I wish you was here on Friday. Friday we spar, as you know. So I got my ass kicked tonight. So wholeness, full moon. Don't let it work your energy. Really, seriously. Don't let that full moon make you act out of character. Do some stuff. Do some studies. The word lunatic has everything to do with the moon. Lunatic, lunar sea. The waters of your mind can be easily pulled. And I wasn't going to do it, but I am going to do it because people ain't going to pay attention anyway. October 4th, get you some fucking mugwort. Get you some mugwort for October 4th. There's always some fuckery in this realm. Get you some mugwort or learn how to astral travel. You're worried about a signal? Get some mugwort. Go into lucid dreaming during those times. Go into lucid state of consciousness. You don't have to dream. Go into a lucid state of consciousness and disassociate and get the fuck off of the internet for at least a couple hours. I don't know about y'all, but here they spray so much today to where can't even see the moon. And those aren't just pretty clouds. Would you get your pain doctor back? I don't know. Make some dietary changes and increase your activity level and get rid of the pain. Then you won't need a doctor. 10-4. I will comply. 10-4. Don't comply on 10-4. Don't. Wholeness.